So that's the oil out, and to show you how good my fingering fucking skills are, didn't get any on my hands while taking the sump out, but right, so we're back, and this is probably part 3. Yeah, part 3. We are going to be fitting the subspacer to the Nissan. As you can see, it's already on the ramp. And to be honest, since I've gotten the car, other than the bodywork and the exhaust, I haven't really done much to it. The brakes as well, it's got C-hooks and stuff like that available on the website. But other than that, I haven't really done much to the car. So this will be really like the first time of us getting to know about the car, anything that's been done that I haven't done. We'll just see what it's like, but yeah, it shouldn't be too bad of a job. So I have done work on these before, but not so much as in like in-depth stuff like that, just servicing and fucking splitters, wings, shit like that. And I've done them on other 350s and 370s. But this is if I'm doing anything wrong. Unfortunately, me other employee Teenan's not here, so he can't help us. But if we do anything wrong, feel free to call us out. Just fucking comment, say, Matt, you've been a dick, you've done that wrong, fucking do it like this, right? So by no means are we fucking experts on these. So if there's anything that you see or have any suggestions, then fire it away. I'm not fucking bothered, I won't take offence to it. But hopefully these videos will show you roughly of how to do or turbo these. We're just going off the concept of every fucking other thing that you turbo, but you'll soon see. Fucking get to use the new tools. Bought 2 of them because I always lose the 10 mils, so 2 sets of well, actually technically I've got 3 sets of impact sockets. 3rd set, because as you can see, this is what happens when you take them all over the place, and dude, we end up fucking losing some. So I bought more, just cheapies, but fucking does the job, and ooh, we should be able to get, because this has got an aftermarket Untron, which is a bit of a bitch to take off. Right, not a bit of a bitch, but it has a lot of bolts, and every single bolt's fucking different. So I don't know if someone's made it. I didn't make it. I did everything else on the car other than this. This was already on, and as you can see, it's got literally fucking different bolts for everything. So it takes a few minutes to get that off. I'm not really going to video getting this off because, well, I highly doubt that anyone else has got that. So I'll just crack on with that bit. Right, so after a good fucking 15 minutes of getting bolts out that were just not meant to be there, we can actually get at the sump and the oil filter, which actually looks a piece of piss, to be honest, to take off in comparison to the B3 sumps. So all I'm going to do next, I'm going to drain the oil, because when I undo that, I don't want all that going into my face. And then we're going to get that sump off, which by the looks of it is 10 or 12 mil bolts, 10 mil bolts, all the way around. And we can just get it off. So that's the oil out, and to show you how good my fingering fucking skills are, didn't get any on my hands while taking the sump off. But I haven't had an oil change since I got it. I've only done about 3,000 miles on it, so hopefully the oil's not too bad. It just, whatever colour that is probably what's already in there. It doesn't look too bad. It did get a service before I bought it, or so it says in the receipt. But seems to be alright. Don't know how much fucking oil's in it like, and if it's gonna, oh shit, I'm missing the fucking thing. But don't know if it's gonna overfill that. Oh fuck me, I'll fuck this up like. Oh, what's it doing? And that's life on the edge. Oh, but we need to wait for all this to empty before I take that something off. Otherwise, I'll end up tipping the fucker on my head. So, just a waiting game. Take the oil filter off. I've got another Nissan filter to go on. I'm not going to put the sandwich plate on yet, just because I'm still going to be driving the car. In the sump, we're going to be blanking it for now. I'm not putting the A10 fitting in. The only reason is I need to drive this car. I have broke the Civic, if you've seen on this video. I don't mean broke as in broke its parts. I mean, I have fucking broke it. Basically, I was a bit of a twat, didn't tighten the oil feed. And when I did come to tighten it afterwards, after doing all the heat shielding, I fucking snapped the fitting inside the top of the turbo. My own fucking stupid fault, but once that fitting comes, I'll get that done and it'll be back on the road. So far nothing mechanical's failed, just me being a twat. While that's coming out, like someone with fucking a prostate problem, we'll get the little grabby tool, fucking get this filter off. It's very hard to hold onto the tool with one hand, but... And that's tight. Filter off. Now this is where oil... Oh yes. Fucking good catch. We'd almost like to practice this. Try not to make a mess of the floor, hence going slow as fuck. Insert a SpongeBob a few moments later. Yep, that fucked up. But filter's off. I'm definitely going to drag this video out as long as I possibly can, doing the most basic thing in the world and with one hand, but fuck it, here we go. Is to put the new oil filter on. I don't know if it's any different. It's both stumpy, both. Fuck knows. But what we're going to do first, we're going to test to see if the thread for the oil sandwich plate from the Hondas fits on the Nissan. Now, I think it does, but I don't know. Now, normally I'd use my own sandwich plate. Let's just find out where it is. Nope, fucking lost it, but doesn't matter. The reason I'm not using my own is because this is a bad batch, and this thread here is actually too long for the sandwich plate. So I will probably be using a Tegra one. But I don't know yet. It all depends on if this thread fits, and if it does, then fucking happy days. Oh, and it fits. Happy days. Right, so basically while I'm here then I might as well show you what the plan is with the oil feed. It's going to be one of these bad boys. Onto there. Which, like I say, I'm not going to be using this one because this was a bad batch, and what happens is this doesn't tighten down as far as it needs to and cause it to spin, which I'll show you in a minute. Which is going to make a mug of us because it's going to work in it. No, see, that's tightened down now and that still spins. And it means that the thread on this, on the inside, is too long. So we won't be using this. Like I say, we'll be using a Tegra one instead of this bad batch one. And essentially what will happen is, you'll then put the oil fitting into one of them. And that will go back that way and back to the turbos at the back. And that's basically how we're doing the oil lines. Then all you do is you put your new filter onto there, screw it on, and there you go. That's how the sandwich plate works. Now, for the purpose of the video, I've got to take that off, get my hands all fucking oily again, but that's basically how it works. Now, once all the bolts are out, you'll see that the sump is still stuck on, and that's because it's got gasket sealant all the way around it. So to get that off, I'm just going to fucking get the spade, put it in there. No, I'm joking, but I bet a few people shit themselves there thinking, what the fuck's he doing? We're going to get either a screwdriver or something flat, probably a scraper would be better. Try and get it in there and bash it in and prise it off. I don't know how well it works. I don't really want to damage the sump. I've like I say, I've not really took one off before. Hopefully, if I just bash it into there, I'll be able to pry it off. Fingers crossed. But let's see how it goes. Normally, I'll get someone else to video for us at this point, but I can't, so I'm going to have to pause the video and then do another video while it's off. This is also the part I'm most nervous about, not because it's taken off, because this is when I know if the gallery gaskets on this is fucked. This is a 2010 model. Don't know if it's had its gallery gaskets done. I'm not so much shitting myself, I just know I've got a lot of work for us if the gallery gaskets are fucked. I've already got a set of gallery gaskets because I bought them on the first day I bought the car, just in case. So fingers crossed we don't see any in here. Again, I'll do it further down the line anyway, so it makes no difference, but yeah, this is the nerve-wracking part. Also, like a big cunt, I've put the car on the ramp and left the sump spacer in the boot, which is just fucking brilliant. But yeah, looking forward to this. Let's see. Now what I did off camera was I removed the anti-roll bar. Well, not removed it, but undid it, which was 14mm bolts. Just because I was trying to get this off, and it was fucking catching my hand. It was making us cry a little bit, so I thought, fuck it, I'll take that off, then I'll be able to get in at it a bit easier. I broke the seal in a few places. It's just, that's fucking stuck on solid, that is. Now I'd really like to get the money shot of this coming down, but the chances are when I pull this comes off, tips oil all over me, everyone has a big laugh, so I'm not going to do that. I'm going to put the phone down, take it off, show you it off, and inspect for gallery gaskets, see if there's any of it blown out in there, and if it is, then we have a 5-minute cooling down period where I cry for a little bit and then crack on with it. Right, so please, if you're attempting this at home, do as I say, not as I do. Because like a twat, I just yanked it and it fucking came off and I've spilt oil everywhere. But it looks like on the plus side, let me check in 2 minutes time, I don't think I can see any remains of gallery gasket, which I fucking about. Nothing fell out and nothing's in there. I know they're just paper and that, but I expect at least if I do this, I should see some of it. Here's emptied the oil out, no gallery gaskets in it. The only place I've got to check now is the oil pickup, which also looks pretty good. So I'm just going to double check that there's nothing that I can't see. I wouldn't recommend poking a... There's a bit of sump gasket, but other than that, oil pickup's fucking good. So doesn't look like there's any gallery gasket pieces. Happy days. People don't understand how buzzing I am over that. Watching not knowing what the gallery gasket issue is. Basically, these cars came with paper gaskets, which are in the timing chain cover, and they blow out or leak, which causes low oil pressure inside of the engine. There's not really any symptoms because there's no oil pressure gauge in these, as there is in the 350s. So it basically just kills your engine without you really knowing. And it's one of them things you got to watch out for. I believe after 2012, they got the uprated gaskets, which is what I've bought. Big up for fucking, I think it's Horsham Developments who sent us them. And I was an idiot who thought the gaskets weren't in the box and there was just the sump sealant, or just the gasket sealant, and rang them up and thought, oh, they haven't sent us this out. So yeah, I was a knob, but there we go. That's that off. Now, oh, look at that. Fucking 2 days after I bought it. Got a carbon fibre on the way anyway. Now hopefully we'll be able to get the sump spacer on now, no issues, if I've got sealant. If I don't, then fast forward now now to 2 days time when I'm back from holiday and get the fucking sealant on. Now like a dick because I'm not tall enough, I've got to get down our fucking ramp, which pisses me off. I generally thought I was taller than what I was, but oh well. Some people are blessed with height and others are just blessed with being a cunt. Oh, because I got full spec ramp, got to go to each side and pull the fucking thing, which is exactly why I was trying to climb up instead of doing this, because this part annoys me. Lower it down a little bit and get the sump spacer out the boot. Now, if anyone's ever wondering why I'm out of breath sometimes when I'm talking, it isn't because I'm working hard. It's because just before the video I've been masturbating vigorously. Nah, I'm joking, but that's probably going to get us loads of dislikes now. It's literally just because I'm on here trying to video and move stuff with one hand on my own, which is a pain in the fucking ass. So, yeah. Right, so what you need to do is remove them 2 bolts. We've already put the pickup on now, but then there's a spacer you put in there, 2 bolts on, and that'll bring that down like that. The next part you need to do is we've got to scrape all this off on there and on the engine. I don't know why I didn't video doing that bit, but we've got to scrape all that gasket stuff off. Then some spacer will be on there, use the sealant onto it, and then seal it onto there. Right, so spacer's on, put all them in. Make sure you put your blanks with some gasket sealer. We've probably got overkill on the gasket sealer, but it's on all the way around. Just put them in. This will be a problem. You've got to bend this out the way to get that hole in, but once that's done, it's done, it's in. Right, so that's the sump on. Basically, it's the reverse version of taking it off. You just put the sump bolts in, put the spacer in, and then that's it on. There's 2 blanks at either side. Screw them in. Happy days, done. Now, I'll put a video up, hopefully, of it going in. But that's the sump area done. We've got an A10 fitting to go in the side here, which will be our oil drain. That'll come back. So moving on with the build.